If you're planning a trip to London for the first time and want to try and tick all the main tourist attractions off the list, then this video is for you. We'll visit many of the iconic places in London, including Big Ben and London Bridge, and sprinkle in a few lesser known places that you might not have heard of. We'll suggest the best order in which to visit them to maximise your time and tell you the best way to get there. London is the capital city of England and the United Kingdom, with history stretching back to Roman times. This city has seen the rise and fall of empires, played a pivotal role in both world wars, and has been a centre of political power and cultural influence for centuries. From the historic Tower of London and majestic Buckingham Palace to the architectural marvels of the Shard and the Gherkin, London seamlessly blends its rich past with modern innovation. Whether you're strolling along the bustling streets of Covent Garden or enjoying a peaceful moment in Hyde Park, London offers a huge range of experiences that reflect its unique and storied heritage. Day one of our trip through London saw us begin in the lesser-known suburb of Little Venice. We took the Underground, also known as the Tube to locals, to Warwick Avenue Station, which is part of the Bakerloo line. From there, it was only a short walk to the main part of Little Venice. Little Venice is known for its charming waterways and narrowboats. The area gets its name from the resemblance of its canals to those in Venice, Italy. It's a peaceful neighbourhood that offers a variety of activities. We took a stroll along the canal paths where we saw several cosy cafes and pubs lining the waterways, perfect for a quick stop. A popular activity here is taking a boat trip along the canals, which can take you all the way to Camden Lock. This provides a great way to see more of London from a different perspective. After our visit to Little Venice, we headed to Notting Hill, one of London's most famous and vibrant neighbourhoods. We decided to walk there, but you can take the tube to Notting Hill Gate Station if you're not up for the walk. Notting Hill is renowned for its colourful houses, diverse shops and lively markets. It's a neighbourhood with a rich history, having transformed from a rural suburb in the 19th century to the bustling area it is today. The annual Notting Hill Carnival, one of the largest street festivals in Europe, takes place here, celebrating Caribbean culture with music, dancing and vibrant costumes. We began our exploration with a walk along Portobello Road, home to the world-famous Portobello Market. The market is a treasure trove of antiques, vintage clothes and unique finds. As we wandered through the stalls, we admired the variety of goods on display and the lively atmosphere. One of the highlights of Notting Hill is its beautiful streets lined with pastel-coloured houses. Bella's main goal was to find the different coloured houses, and it definitely wasn't hard to spot them as we walked. Next we went to Kensington Palace and Gardens. We decided to walk there from Notting Hill, which allowed us to take in more of London's charming streets. On our way, we made a brief stop to admire the Churchill Arms. This iconic pub, covered in beautiful flowers, is a sight to behold and well worth a quick photo stop, even if you don't go inside. Continuing our journey, we soon arrived at Kensington Palace and Gardens. Kensington Palace is a royal residence with a rich history dating back to the 17th century. It has been the home of many members of the royal family, including Queen Victoria and Princess Diana, and today it serves as the official residence of the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge. The gardens surrounding the palace are equally impressive. Kensington Gardens is one of London's 8 royal parks, offering an escape from the city's hustle and bustle. As we strolled through the gardens, we enjoyed the beautifully manicured lawns, colourful flower beds, and the peaceful round pond. The gardens are also home to the Albert Memorial and the Italian Gardens, both of which are worth a visit. While we didn't enter the palace itself, the outside is stunning and provides a great backdrop for photos. The grounds are open to the public, and the walking paths offer a peaceful place to relax and enjoy the natural beauty. Next on our itinerary was the Natural History Museum. On the way, we passed by Hyde Park. Although we didn't explore it, Hyde Park is a great option if you enjoy outdoor activities. Arriving at the Natural History Museum, we were greeted by a stunning building and quite a crowd. The museum is very popular and entry is free, though donations are appreciated. The museum boasts a vast collection that spans natural history from the age of the dinosaurs to the present day. Day 2 of our London adventure began with a visit to Buckingham Palace. We got there early to see the palace up close without the large crowds. The sight of Buckingham Palace, the official residence of the British monarch, is truly impressive. After taking some photos, we went over to Green Park, which is right next to the palace. Green Park is one of London's royal parks and offers a peaceful retreat with its open lawns and tree-lined paths. We spent some time relaxing with a coffee before heading back to Buckingham Palace. We timed our return to catch the changing of the guard ceremony. This takes place in front of the palace at 11 AM on most days, excluding Tuesday, Thursday and Saturday, though it's best to check the schedule as it can vary. The ceremony is a traditional display where the new guard takes over from the old guard, featuring marching and music. The history of the changing of the guard dates back to 1660, when King Charles II formed a permanent bodyguard. The ceremony has evolved over the centuries, becoming a significant and symbolic event in British culture. Next, we walked to Westminster, making our way towards the iconic Big Ben. The walk was enjoyable, with plenty of sights to take in along the way. Upon reaching Westminster, we were greeted by the majestic sight of Big Ben, the clock tower at the north end of the Palace of Westminster. Officially named the Elizabeth Tower, Big Ben is one of London's most recognisable landmarks. The intricate details of the clock tower are stunning up close. Nearby is the historic Westminster Abbey, a Gothic church with a history stretching back over 1,000 years. Westminster Abbey has been the coronation church since 1066 and is the final resting place of 18 monarchs. It's also where many royal weddings and state ceremonies take place, making it a significant site in British history. We continued our walk to Westminster Bridge, where we stopped to take some photos. The view from the bridge is fantastic, offering a perfect backdrop of Big Ben, the Houses of Parliament and the River Thames. The crowds were huge, so we'd recommend getting there as early as possible if you want to avoid them. Despite the number of people, it was worth it to capture some memorable photos of one of London's most famous areas. After leaving Westminster, we continued our walk and passed by the Churchill War Rooms. This historic site served as the underground command centre for Winston Churchill and his government during World War II. Next, we strolled by Downing Street, home to the Prime Minister's official residence at number 10. Though heavily guarded, it's interesting to see the location that plays a crucial role in British politics. We also saw the Royal Horse Guards. The large Horse Guards building, with its grand facade, stands as a key part of London's ceremonial area. The big parade ground at the back, known as Horse Guards Parade, is used for major events like the Trooping the Colour, which celebrates the King's official birthday. The impressive uniforms and well-trained horses are a striking sight. Our route then took us through Trafalgar Square. Although it was mostly covered by a large concert being set up, we could still appreciate the area. Trafalgar Square is known for Nelson's Column and its iconic lion statues, and it often hosts events and gatherings. Although we didn't visit Carnaby Street, it's worth mentioning for those interested in trendy shops and vibrant atmosphere. It's a famous spot for fashion and culture enthusiasts. These stops are great recommendations if you're walking, but they can also be seen from public transport on the way to the British Museum. Our final stop of the day was the British Museum. We enjoyed this one even more than the Natural History Museum, though we had to wait a long time in line for our bags to be checked. If you can, we recommend not bringing a bag, as this will allow you to enter straight away. Like the Natural History Museum, entry to the British Museum is free, though donations are appreciated. Once inside, we found it to be less crowded, which made exploring the exhibits more enjoyable. The British Museum houses an incredible collection of art and artifacts from around the world, spanning thousands of years of history. Some of the highlights include the Rosetta Stone, which was key to deciphering Egyptian hieroglyphs, and the Egyptian mummies, which provide a fascinating look into ancient burial practices. In addition to these famous pieces, the museum features extensive collections from Africa, Asia, the Americas, and Europe, offering a comprehensive look at human history and culture. Each gallery is filled with unique and interesting items, making the British Museum a must-visit for anyone interested in history and art. Day 3 of our London adventure began with a visit to the historic Tower of London. We decided not to go inside, but even from the outside, we could appreciate its impressive architecture and rich history. Information signs scattered around the area provided interesting facts about the tower's past. Founded in 1066 by William the Conqueror, the Tower of London has served various roles over the centuries, including a royal palace, prison, and treasury. It's also home to the crown jewels, which are housed within its walls. After taking in the sights around the Tower of London, we made our way to the nearby Tower Bridge. This iconic symbol of London, completed in 1894, is one of the most recognisable bridges in the world. Walking from one end to the other, the bridge offers fantastic views of the River Thames and the surrounding cityscape. Walking across Tower Bridge allowed us to enjoy its intricate details up close, from the massive towers to the blue and white painted ironwork. After crossing Tower Bridge, we continued our walk across the London Bridge. Though not as iconic as Tower Bridge, London Bridge offers its own unique view of the River Thames and the surrounding city. Next, we made our way to Leadenhall Market. This beautiful covered market, dating back to the 14th century, is known for its stunning Victorian architecture and vibrant atmosphere. It's also famous for being a filming location for Diagon Alley and the Leaky Cauldron in the Harry Potter movies. Strolling through Leadenhall Market, we admired the ornate details and colourful decorations. After exploring Leadenhall Market, we headed to the Reflection Garden. This peaceful spot is perfect for a brief rest, offering a tranquil escape from the busy streets. Surrounded by greenery and serene water features, it's a lovely place to unwind and reflect. Next, we made our way to St. Paul's Cathedral. The majestic dome of St. Paul's is one of London's most iconic sights, standing tall over the city. Although we didn't go inside, we admired the stunning exterior and took some photos. The cathedral, designed by Sir Christopher Wren and completed in the 17th century, has a rich history and is known for its impressive architecture. Even though we didn't enter St. Paul's Cathedral, the outside was amazing to see and was a great end to our day of exploring London.